I have lost so many friends simply because I do not communicate my emotions properly, and sometimes it's so hard because if you lot knew the things that I've been through, if you lot knew, I don't know, if you lot knew.
Everything gonna make sense soon. Make a band-aid and put it over the wound.
Watagwan pan, watagwan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So today I'm here with a little addressing video just because I want to talk about some personal stuff that I've been going through. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the ting. Before I get into this video is sponsored by Surfshark. Surfshark is one of the top 5 VPN brands in the world. Surfshark can protect all of your online data and also protect passwords, accounts, search history, things that you don't want people to know or see. Surfshark also places your phone anywhere around the world. Like when you're on Netflix and you're thinking, why is your favorite show that comes out in the US not on Netflix? And you have to find little websites to watch your shows. No, you don't have to do that no more. You download Surfshark, you log in, and all of your online shows are coming up. Like when I was in Detroit and I was watching Flash, and when I came back to the UK, Flash was no longer there. Now I have Surfshark, I can watch every single season that I want to watch. Just like on YouTube, when a video says it's not available in your region, I don't have that problem no more. Surfshark can also help you save money while shopping online, like, and give you codes, give you little discount deals. Even if you're someone like me and you're from the UK and you go and travel, you can still use Surfshark to be able to access the things that are still in the UK. Take this opportunity. Now, if you want to use a VPN, please make sure you use Surfshark. If you use my code GUHDEH, that's GUHDEH, you can get 85% off and an extra 3 months free. Yes, 85% off and an extra 3 months free. Do not miss this opportunity because I've been using it and I can watch literally anything that I want to watch on Netflix in the US or any other country. I don't have to sit and be stuck with the boring shows that are in the UK. So make sure you click the link in my description box below and download Surfshark and your problems will be solved. Now, the reason why I've decided to do this video is because I've just been going through a lot mentally in the past month. Like, if you watch that video where me and Maggie are talking and we have a little prayer, like, ever since that day, I don't even think I can even explain to you how my mindset and how my emotions and the way I think have changed, and also like my delivery on social media as well. I'm not saying that I'm not going to be myself, I'm not going to be bubbly, I'm not going to make jokes and be my little witty self. I'm not saying that, but there's just certain aspects that I do want to change on my platform. And this video, I'm just going to be addressing a lot of things that have happened over the past year, and I just want to explain things thoroughly so that you lot may understand. And I'm not here to put the blame on anybody else. I'm simply here to just say my point of view and then maybe you can understand. So when I jumped on YouTube, I started out as wanting to grow fast. So in me growing fast, I wanted to do like the most controversial things. So in the beginning, one of my most successful videos at the time was my my losing my virginity video. And when I did that video, obviously it was funny, but it was controversial. I then went on to collaborating with Renee, and that pushed me into a new audience. And obviously at the time, I don't know if I was necessarily prepared, but I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I wasn't really bothered about any kind of backlash because the content that we recorded wasn't nothing controversial. It was literally just us having fun. Onwards from that, me and my friend are now building a friendship relationship, and it wasn't even maybe a month, but she got into an altercation. And as I watched her through the months prior, in that moment I just felt like, not again. Like, why is it that these friendships keep failing? Why is it that people are always trying to attack my friend and stuff like that? So in that moment, I wanted to be behind her 100%. I wanted to support her 100%. Now, with that whole back and forth between her and N, I feel like I did stay out of it as much as I could, but there were points where I just felt like I just wanted to be that friend, because most of the time when you do hear a story, the one that most people don't like is the one that people don't believe. And I just, obviously, as a witness and as somebody that was just there around that time, I just thought, let me just speak so that people could actually understand. Now in me defending her, I can definitely say that I kind of did the most. Now I'm going to attach like a few videos in the description box below so that you lot can see what I'm talking about. There were certain incidents where I didn't necessarily need to get involved and I didn't need to put additional like 2p in, but because I wanted to give that controversial factor, because I wanted to be because I wanted to be inner, because I wanted to people to see my confrontational side, because I know that that's what viewers like, I chose to do things that wasn't necessarily in my character when it comes to women. I can honestly say that I do regret that whole situation. Yes, we have to deep that those actions were terrible and they shouldn't have happened in the first place. Nobody should be fighting each other, but the aftermath of that should have just been held legally, and it just really should not have been on social media. So my part in that, adding my 2p, I do want to take that back and I do want to apologize for that, because it just was unnecessary and uncalled for. Fast forward from that, I went back onto YouTube and I wanted to be more controversial. I started talking about my bleaching, I started talking about my family dynamic, I started talking about growing up and stuff like that. I would do things mainly to just grow my platform. That is what my focus was. I didn't actually care how I was doing it, and I don't regret it, but I understand that obviously looking at other people and meeting new people in this journey of mine, I know that it's not always the way. Controversy is not always the way that you need to go when doing these things. I want to talk about something that has been going on for nearly a year, and I just want to clear up everything, because this has affected my mental health so much. Like, I don't even think you don't understand. And as much as the age gap might be nearly 10 years, people need to understand that it doesn't matter how old somebody is, damage can be done regardless of what age you are. Just what you say can damage somebody like that. Now, I'm going to start off by saying, when I met this boy, I saw myself in this boy. So in meeting him, I introduced myself and I was polite. I said, if you need anything, if you need any support, I will be there for you. If you need any advice, I will be there for you. In the unfolding of this, I obviously got to see his friendship dynamic. I got to see his relationships with like people that may not like him. I got to understand his family dynamic, what his situation was, and I resonated with it, because at that age I was going through my own personal issues. I was going through being not wanted in none of my parents' houses. I was going through sleeping on couch to couch. I was going through not having a job, like bunking off education just to do absolutely nothing. I was going through a lot. So in that, I related to this boy 100%. But I do feel like in this whole situation, instead of me being a big brother or being somebody that just talks and gives their opinion, gives their advice, I kind of dismissed him. So I just removed myself from him, and that's a habit that I have of doing. When I see something that I don't agree with, or when I see drama, or when I see like too much conflict, I will just distance myself from somebody without actually explaining, and sometimes that can be very toxic. There's been instances where I've actually done that with my little sister. She might do something bad, and instead of me talking to her or expressing how I feel, I would actually just dismiss her and just not speak to her for like a week or two. I genuinely need to stop doing that, because like it affects my mental health, and obviously there's people, my family or my young ones actually look up to me. So yeah, in that particular occasion, I dismissed him, and I just said, you know what, I said like he's associating himself with too much drama, and I don't particularly want to be around. I don't really want to be around you. Instead of actually voicing my opinion and giving him some advice, I just brushed him off. Now I can totally understand how that can get you frustrated, and that can make you think like, obviously that can make you think, how have I just lost another friend? What did I do? A lot of things run through your head in that particular time, but I just felt like so much was unfolding, and because we are all on social media and we are all still trying to grow our platforms, are all trying to get bigger and better, like, you don't, like, there, so much was going on. Now, with the faking fight incident, I can honestly say that the live should not have happened. Once we noticed that once we noticed that they were fighting, we should have came off live. We should not have been on live. We should not have been arguing on live. Or I will insert the clip below. Not that I was going back and forth with him, but when I got dragged into it, or when people were calling me and asking me to turn off the live, I actually should have turned off the live, because obviously as somebody that is older, I should have just turned off the live. I should have turned off Renee's phone. I should have just left it and then spoke to everybody over the phone, but it was like a little too late. And it was so embarrassing. Like 10,000 people are watching you lot on Instagram live arguing. It's just like, that really set the tone for my mental health, and that brought a lot of trolls to my page as well. After that live, a lot of things were said. Now, I can say in the heat of the moment, yes, he felt a way about me, or I said things that rattled him and then he wanted to retaliate, and a lot of things were said about me. From about a month or two, I bottled it up. I was just hurting because it was just like, I don't want to do this on social media. I don't want to go back and forth with somebody on social media. But then how can I say that and then months later I'm doing it? So that at this point, he said a lot of things about me. I'm upset, I'm hurting, because it's not like you're calling me ugly, or you're calling me this, you're calling me that, you're calling me rape, like, and I'm just thinking, what? Like, I'm just thinking, what are you talking about? Like, it's just not making any sense. But I can understand that when he's upset, he's gonna hit below the belt. He's gonna be as defensive as possible. So I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't understand it. I get it. After this incident, I bottled everything up and we've gone to Westfield. We've gone to Westfield now, and I had no clue that this boy was going to be in Westfield. When I saw him, he turned around, our eyes made four, and he made a little comment. I don't know what he said, but he carried on walking. He was with 2 or 3 of his other friends. And my blood was boiling. My blood was boiling. I want to be real. My blood was boiling. And I bought a milkshake. I then walked over to him, but I didn't. I walked into his direction, not realizing that he was coming back in my direction, and I just threw the milkshake in his face. Now, that was completely wrong of me. Me being 25 at the time, that was completely wrong of me. It shouldn't have happened. And I can hold my hand up and apologize for that. It should not have happened. I could have pulled you aside and spoke to you. We could have addressed it face to face, but it just went downhill from there. And I understand, as I said already, I understand you're angry, you're frustrated, so you are absolutely going to say anything to hurt me. And that's calm. I have to deal with that because I threw the milkshake in your face unprovoked. It gets to a point where it does die down, but then it becomes funny. It becomes entertaining. It becomes entertaining. It becomes something to laugh at. But it almost came across as harassment. So in that, I was going to the police. I was filing police reports, but the police wasn't doing anything. So if the police are not doing anything, it's like I have to talk to you directly. So the only way for me to get your attention, I don't have your mobile number. So the only way for me to get your attention is through Instagram. So I would put up a post and say, please stop talking about me, or I'd say, oh, please stop putting pictures up about me because your fans are coming to me and they're asking me this and they're telling me this, and it just was too much. But I can hold my hand up and say that as a bigger person or as an adult, I should have ignored it. I should have just waited until I saw you in person so that we could have a formal conversation. I just kept on being petty. I just kept on wanting to rattle your nerves and get get your blood boiling and gaslighting you because I was just hurt. I was just like, bro, when we met, we was cool. Like, we would be on the phone and we'll be talking about family or things that we've gone through, similar things that we've gone through. We'll be talking about, oh, what business we want to start. I said to you, oh, you should start, you should sell headbands with your goody come out. You should start t-shirts with your saying. Like, I said all these things, and it was just like two hot-headed people. When it comes to a disagreement, it just is an explosion. There's no other way to explain it. A lot of other people was getting involved. A lot of other people was adding their 2 cents, and I just felt like it wasn't fair, because it's like, obviously we're both speaking on these incidents. We're literally victimizing ourselves when we're both at fault. We're both at fault for things that we've done. In the beginning, I should have communicated with you how I was feeling, or in the beginning I should have told you what was annoying me, but I just didn't. I just drifted off. I just removed myself, and that was whack. Putting up like private messages of me or putting up pictures of me mocking me, I never ever once did those things. But I understand that you was only doing it because there were times where I might do a little jab or I might do a little snide comment, so you would want to respond to that. Anybody would when you're on social media. One thing that definitely goes through people's minds on social media is nobody wants to get embarrassed on social media. Nobody wants to get shown up on social media. So the only way for you to like defend yourself is to come off 10 times harder. So I can completely get it. No, it's not right on both of our ends, but I totally understand. Everybody else was getting involved, adding their 2 cents, and it just made it worse. It just made it worse. It just made it worse. It made me more angry. I started to throw out my anger on those other people. I started to indirect other people. You would add your piece in, and it was just a big triangle going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth, and it was so unnecessary. Onto your friend, I want it to stop. I'm not even going to address it, but I just want it to stop. I want the allegations, all them things, the allegations, I want it to stop. The calling the police on me, like reporting me and doing all that stuff, I want it to stop. If you don't want to have a conversation with me, I'm open to having a conversation with you guys, but doing this on social media is not only damaging my mental health, it's damaging all of our mental health. Like, we're just becoming unstable. We're becoming where we are making these actions and making these things become normal, and it's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. I just want to go back a bit, and I just want to talk about how I am as a person. Now, a lot of you may not know me that well. I am a firecracker. Like, I can get really blown up very quickly, and when it comes to my mood, if somebody affects my mood, like, it will bother me, and I can change the mood of a room. Do you understand? And if I'm going through something, or if somebody's upset me, I can lay all my emotions onto somebody else without even me knowing. Even my facial expressions alone, even the way I post, even the content that I post, all depends on my mood. I may not post simply because I might be going through something, or I may be ranting on socials because I feel like I've been disrespected. I feel like I've been let down again. And I have lost, regardless of what the age gap is, regardless of the friendship dynamic, regardless of that, I have lost so many friends simply because I do not communicate my emotions properly. And sometimes it's so hard, because if you lot knew the things that I've been through, if you lot knew, I don't know, if you lot knew the struggles that I've had to deal with from even communicating with my parents, sometimes it's so hard. Then finding that trust between friends and then it just being broken, like, it's so hard to manage your emotions when you've been dealing with the same kind of broken cycle of relationships over and over again, all because we just can't communicate with one another, all because we can't just express our feelings with one another. It's actually hard. I am going to sit here and I'm going to say, I truly apologize for all the comments I made about you, all the comments I made about your mum, all the comments I made about your upbringing, how you live your life, because we was once cool. Do you understand? We was once associated with one another. We did like go Westfield, we did hang out. Do you get what I mean? So it was wrong of me to flip the script and do such a thing. It was very petty, childish and hypocritical of me to do such a thing. I hope that after this video, if you do watch this video, I hope that you understand my point of view, and I hope that we can move forward. If you do want to have a sit down and have a conversation, then I'm open to do it, but I have no bad blood. As a friend or as a man, I will always defend the women around me. As I've told you lot, I hold women at a high standard. I will defend the women around me within reason. If I feel like either social media or somebody is literally doing the most and a situation could be handled completely differently, I will defend that woman. I will no longer be egging on anything. I will no longer be gaslighting. I will no longer be poking the bear. I will no longer be doing anything like that. And I truly apologize for meddling in between friendship dynamics between friends that I don't necessarily know that well. And if I do, and the reason why I wanted to do this video is because if I continue to do mix up gade, or if I continue to give advice, I have to include myself in that advice. I can't be giving advice and not taking my own advice. Do you understand? I am on a path where ever since that day when me and Maggie did a prayer, I am now on a path where I just want to be my best. I just want to allow people to see the raw side of me, see me improve, see me grow. I want people to look at my platform and say, yeah, I want to be like him. I respect where he's coming from. I completely get it. Do you understand? I don't want to just constantly be in drama. When I give the trolls a platform, they will continue and continue and continue. So that's what other people need to understand as well. When you are giving a troll a voice, they will continue and continue and continue. And I will not be doing that no more. I will not be reposting negative comments. I will not be allowing my trolls on Instagram live, I won't be doing anything like that anymore, because it actually affects my mental health in the long run, because I actually think about those things that person said, and although they might be joking or they might just be trying to poke me in some kind of way, like there might be some certain truth to what they're saying, and it does affect me. So I just want to go on this new positive path, and I just want to be happy. Like, I've got a lot going on in my life. I've got a lot going on when it comes to my mental health. I've got a lot going on within my family that I need to fix. Like, there's just so much that I can't even explain. Like, if I didn't mention anything and you want me to address it in the comments below, comment below anything that I've done and you want me to answer it, because I'll respond. I have no issue with addressing situations, and I just want to better myself from now on. I want to just grow and be a better man. I want people to look up to me and be proud of me. I want my friends to aspire. I want my supporters to I want the young black boys that may be like me to aspire to be like me and aspire to have dreams like I have. And I want them to work on, I just want everybody to just work on themselves. But just to close this video, I'm not going to say the people's names, but I hope you lot know who I'm talking about. I just want to apologize to NEKAV. If I didn't mention your initial, I'm happy to like reach out to you and just express how I'm feeling, but I just wanted to leave this here because it's been on my heart for the last maybe week or so. And as I said, if I want to continue doing mix up gade, I have to take my own advice. You understand? But that was all for this video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the ting, and thank you for the love every time. Watagwan pan watagwan.